All right, boys and girls, so this is the October 2023 SAT Math Non-Calculator, really the test from just about a month or two ago. Let's get right into it. This is number one. Without reading too much, what does it want? It says, which is the closest mass of sodium-24 after 5 hours? It's probably going to be 40. Let's keep rocking. What about the next question, number two? It says, what is a positive solution to the given equation? Well, it's just 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Wow, this is easy. Let's keep rocking. What about the next question? Number 3 says, which of the graph represents this function? Well, this function has a y-intercept of 4 and a slope of -1. So I'm looking for which graph is going down and which one has a positive y-intercept of 4. I really like B. Let's keep going. That was number 3. Come on down here for number 4. It says, what is the solution to the given system of equations? You could use substitution, you could use elimination, but I might just try answer choices, really plugging this in for x and plugging this in for y. We have 11 equals 7 minus 4, -1. Wow, that does work. I now want to plug that into the other one. I have 15, -1, minus 4 times 11 equals 3. Does that work? No. That looks really crazy. I don't think it's B anymore. Let's try C. When I try C, I have C here and 3 there. Does that work? Yes, it does work. Now let me try that in the other equation. X is 1 and 3 is y. Yep, that works. It's C. Let's keep rocking. Number 5. Number 5 says, which of the following shaded regions represents the overlap here? Well, sure, if I have the first equation, that's a y-intercept of 3 and a positive slope, and it says y is less than, I'm shading below. Whereas the other one I'll do in pink, that's a -6 y-intercept, a slope like that, and it's shading above. Cool. Where do they overlap? It looks like they overlap in that region right there. The answer is B. Let's keep rocking. This is easy. Number 6, it says, the following blah, 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 production of avocados increased from 2010 to 2011. Isn't this just going to be the slope? Isn't it just A? How much it's increasing per year? The year goes up by 1. The function goes up by 0.17, the slope. Let's keep going. That was 6. Come on over here for number 7. Number 7 says, which equation has no solution? No solution. So for no solution, I'm looking for which ones have the same slope, but maybe different y-intercepts or something like that. Again, no solution is when you have same slope, but different y-intercepts. I don't like C because if I distribute that, that would be infinitely many solutions. It's probably D, and I can check. When I distribute, I have 4x plus 4 equals 4. At that point, subtracting 4x from both sides, I have 4 equals 0. When does 4 equal 0? Never. That's no solution, it's D. Let's keep going. Number 8, it says, which of the following is not an x-intercept? Well, 1, -1, and -2 are the x-intercepts, so which one isn't? Probably D. Let's keep going. What about number 9? Number 9 says 16 to the 1/2 x. Which of the following is the same as that? Well, 16 ain't really 16. It's actually 4 to the second to the 1/2 x. From there, 2 times 1/2 power of a power, you multiply. I think it's going to be A, 4 to the x. Cool. Let's come over here for number 10. Number 10 says that there's a trapezoid. It was then multiplied by 3 on each of its lengths. So in other words, I had this trapezoid, but then it was tripled in every dimension. How much bigger is that? Well, if it had an area of 6 before, and then the base tripled, that's times 3, and the height tripled. Remember that this is a quadrilateral. There's a length and a width, a base and a height. Therefore, I'm actually multiplying by 9. I'm 9 times as big. It's C. A lot of students are probably going to choose B here, really just multiply 6 and 3, but it's wrong. The answer is C. Let's keep going. What about number 11? Number 11 is right below. What does it want? It says the function is defined by this. That's a parabola in vertex form. Really, that is 1 left and down 9, so maybe something like this. It says, which of the following has no x-intercepts? Well, yeah, it's going to be D. Why? Because, yeah, if I shift this function up 11 units, I'll be up here. I'll be up here. And yes, I won't be hitting the x-axis at all. Cool. That's 11. My mouth's already watering with number 12. Number 12 is really a skill that shows up on every single SAT. If I have x squared minus 10x plus blank plus y squared minus 6, I think that should be a y, plus blank equals 30. The formatting on this test is a little bit weird since they haven't released it yet. But from here, why did I put those blank spots? Well, because I'm going to add something called completing the square. 6 over 2 squared, 10 over 2 squared. I'm going to add 25 there, add 9 there. I'm adding what? I just added actually 34 to the left side. If I add 34 to the left side, I must also add 34 to the right side. I always say, if you add 34 to the white people, you also have to add 34 to the black people. It's only fair unless you're a racist. So from here, this becomes x minus 5 squared, factoring that, plus y minus 3 squared equals 64. And again, why did I factor? Well, that's the whole point of completing the square, so that you can create this perfect square. From here, it says, what is the area of the circle? Well, the area of the circle is pi r squared. And remember that this would be the r squared. Really, r is equal to 8. If r is equal to 8, we have 64 pi, done. It's D. Any questions on that? Please comment down below if you have any questions. But for now, let's keep rocking. Come on down here for number 13. Number 13 looks kind of weird. The given expression can be rewritten as a plus 20x plus 5. Where a is a polynomial. Which of the following represents a? Interesting. Well, I think I'm probably going to end up using answer choices here, but x squared plus x all over x plus 5 equals a plus 20 over x plus 5. I'm probably just going to try answer choices. Why not start with b? If this is b, this is x plus 4. And really imagine that I need common denominators. Anytime you're adding fractions, you need common denominators. So at that point, I'm going to multiply this by x plus 5 and multiply this by x plus 5. I already know that that's not going to work. Foiling these two is going to not get you where you need to be. So I know it's not b. Let's try a. I'm trying a and b because c and d kind of look more complicated. Not really going to waste my effort or time with that. Let's keep going. What about the next piece here? Really, let's do x minus 4. Well, again, x minus 4 is actually sitting on top of a 1. So I'm going to tack on an x plus 5 there and an x plus 5 there, getting common denominators. Ooh, this one looks promising because that factored is x squared plus x minus 20 plus the 20. Those 20 and minus 20s cancel, and yeah, wow, I do get to what I wanted. The answer is A. Very good. Let's keep rocking. Come on down here for number 14 when you're ready. For number 14, what kind of question is it? Just by glancing at it, they want the C alone. They want the C alone. So if I were you, I would take a look and understand that, oh, wow, if they want the C alone, I probably need to flip this boy at some point. Flip that boy. And what that means is, well, yeah, if it's 1 over c, I need to flip both sides. But for me to flip both sides, I probably need to combine this first. Wow, another adding fractions question. So to this one, I'll tack on an EF, a DF, an ED, and an ED. Really, at that point, I have 1 over c equals EF plus DF plus ED. And now, because I am over that common denominator, I can combine them all. Okay, now what? Well, at this point, I'm feeling pretty good because I know that I can do something here. I can now flip both sides. When I flip both sides, I like answer choice D. Very good. Any questions on that, please holler down below. But for now, let's keep rocking. Come on down here to number 15. Number 15, the cost of renting a bicycle is $8 for the first hour plus $4 for each additional hour. Each additional hour. Which of the following represents this? Well, one of the best ways to do a question like this is just test values. Test h of 1. And remember, $8 for the first hour. So the first hour, you really should only pay $8. Which one of those are going to do that? And first of all, A and B are not good because it's 4 per each additional hour. It has to have a slope of 4. I think the answer is D because when I plug in 1 for H, 4 times 1 plus 4 is equal to 8. It should only cost me $8 for that first hour. Whereas I think if I plugged in 1 for C, you get 12. Yeah, C is not good. Let's keep going. Let's go to number 16. Number 16, this is so free because we have 5r equals 3r plus 3. Subtract 3, subtract 3r. We have 2r equals 3. R equals 3 over 2. Done. You would submit that or 1.5 in your answer key. That one's too easy. Let's keep going. What about the next one? The next one is a skill that actually it looks like they test all the time on the SAT. Really, if I just blocked this off, if I just blocked this completely off, that's factorable. We need to be really good at factoring because guess what? That's really u squared minus 4u minus 12 equals 0. And I just chose to use u. You can use any letter you want. At that point, what is that? That's actually factorable. That's u minus 6 and u plus 2, I believe. Really, u equals 6 and u equals negative 2. Okay, those are almost the answers. Remember that that's what u is. What is x? Oh, well, 3x equals 6. 3x equals negative 2. And if they want the positive solution, I'm going to ignore the negative one. Again, 3x equals 6. What must x have been? X must have been 2. Bang. Let's keep going. Just the last two questions here. It says, line K is shown as perpendicular. Perpendicular, oh my gosh. Perpendicular just means opposite and reciprocal. In which case, if this slope, take a look, it's going down 2 over 5. Again, down 2 over 5 is the rise over the run. If that's negative 2/5, what's opposite and reciprocal of that? 5/2. Done. Number 19, almost done. Number 19 says you have this function and you have how many variables? You have 1, 2, 3 variables. I'm in trouble if I have 3 variables, but I do have this here. Interesting, because guess what? If I have 3 variables there and I have a coordinate, what's inside of a coordinate? An x and a y. So really I have 2 equals negative 14, 1/2 to the 0 plus k. At which point we have really anything to the 0 power is just 1. And then you can add 14 to both sides. 16 equals k. Not so bad. Let's keep going. Come on over here for number 20. Number 20 says the perimeter of a square inscribed in a circle is 30 inches. The radius of the circle is x root 2 inches. Wow, x root 2, that signifies to me 45, 45, 90. That shows up a lot. Remember that for a 45, 45, 90 triangle, it goes x, x, x root 2. So I think at some point that's probably going to come up. So it says the perimeter of a square inscribed in a circle. So I have my beautiful circle. I have a square. Let's try that again. We have a square, okay. Good enough. And at that point, they're saying that the perimeter of that square is 30 inches. Well, if the perimeter of a square is 30 inches, isn't every side of a square the same? So 30 divided by 4 would give me my sides. 30 over 4 is really 15 over 2, better known as 7.5. So if that's 7.5, each of these sides, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. At which point, it says the radius of the circle is x root 2. Well, remember, we talked about 30, 45, 45, 90 earlier. So I think if that's 7.5 and that's 7.5, what's this guy across? A 45, 45, 90. That goes 7.5, 7.5, 7.5 root 2. And that's all the way across. That, my friends, is the diameter. They want the radius. What's half of 7.5 root 2? Again, what's half of 7.5 root 2? 3.75 root 2. Really, what's half of $7.50? $3.75. And I think that's what I would submit as my answer for x. What is the final answer? The final answer is 3.75. Bang. That's not such a bad non-calculator section. Cool. If you have any questions, like I said, holler in the comments. If this helped you, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.